Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back at it again for another action-packed episode of Bumps and Bruises podcast. Is your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid, joined again by my favorite tag team partner. I don't know which way, Derek, aka Bama 1392. Derek, how was your week, man?
Week has been good, man. Consumed a good bit of wrestling, always fun. What about you, man? How's your week? What's been going on with you? You always ask me, and we never get to you.
I don't know, man, because I mine is more out of curiosity. I know what I did during the week. So,
exactly. But I don't.
It's like, so I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling, Did we get WrestlePalooza last week or was it the week before? No.
I feel like WrestlePalooza was the week before. Yeah, because that's when what you call it won, right? No, like a couple weeks before.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks. Yeah. It wasn't this past weekend, it was the weekend before. So, I didn't really do much. I cried on my couch because my Yankees lost in horrible fashion playing the Toronto Blue Jays. We don't know. Well, we're gonna go in the game today. I'm gonna still put on my jersey. I'm a still root for them as best as I can. And you know what? Win or lose, I'm still a Yankee fan. That's not something that you can shake. But let's get to it. Friday night SmackDown, which was the fallout from our WrestlePalooza show. It was the first time we had, and as expected, no Brock. I didn't think Brock was going to show up because, Brock goes away for a while. So we basically get Cody coming out with a promo, and you had Randy, Sir Randall, Keith Orton came out, and they were having a little banter, and then, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Heyman comes out with the Brawny Boys. That's going to be my new nickname for them, the Brawny Boys.
The Brawny Boys.
And they basically started sowing the seeds that every fan has been clamoring for. I don't want to say clamoring. I believe they just been assuming that it was going to happen, which is the RKO Randall Keith Orton heel turn. And honestly, I think it's coming. I don't know when they're going to pull the trigger. Like, if he comes out and costs Cody the match, that's kind of meaningless to him, but more meaningful to Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to go on record and say that Seth deserves this win because you can't go 0-4 with the other champion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know this is not quote unquote brand supremacy. It's still like, come on, bro.
It's bragging rights. I mean, at the end of the day, the way I see it is, bro, you can't give Cody back-to-back everythings. Okay. On top of the you can't go 0-4, against this one person. You gotta get a win. Yeah. You can't give Cody back-to-back WrestleMania main events, back-to-back Royal Rumble wins against the same for the same title, and then back-to-back Crown Jewel wins.
One of those things I believe is that he doesn't need it. Like, he's not enthralled in a feud. I do think that this Crown Jewel is going to kick off what is going to be the better part of his. I think it's going to be his storyline from here to the end of the year, maybe even Royal Rumble. I think they're going to finally lock in. He doesn't have any breaks in his schedule after this, unless it's an unforeseen event. I think this is where you give him a feud that this particular title run is cemented around. If you think about it, the last feud was the whole Kevin Owens thing.
Yeah.
That was
the last good one.
Yeah. The last go around.
Well, that's a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah. And then this one, I don't think they're ready to do Drew McIntyre. I think you do give a legit heel Randy, and then you have him trade the belt back and forth, or even let Cody chase. But it has to be like they have something right now that if they play the cards correctly and don't do it at Crown Jewel, kind of like extend it a little bit, they can pull it off a la Hogan, Andre the Giant, where
Okay.
it's, you know what I mean? Like you could even have Cody leading a group against Seth and his goons, like at Survivor Series. Like, you know what I mean? If you take the bloodline out of it, you'll have Cody and everything, and then it looks like they're on the way to victory, and then all of a sudden the Viper strikes.
Yep.
The show, and then like goes out, grabs his belt, and just like tosses it at him. Like, and have him say something like, "Hey man, I could do this any day and anytime. Like they ain't nothing. Like, like I taught you everything." And finally dive in to what we wanted.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening.
I mean,
I know a lot of fans are gonna be like, but what does that do for all the other people like Drew? Drew does not need a title run right now because it's obvious that Drew heel and the fact that he signed long term, they don't have to make him a priority. There's so many other things you could have Drew versus Brock. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
turn him face or whatever. Or you can have him versus anybody. He's an instant classic matchmaker.
Yes,
Like
he is.
so they don't need to pull triggers on him. I think having the Cena title scene wind down and having Orton kick up his kind of like push for the belt or cementing himself back in the main event scene kind of helps. And and it silences all these idiots that are out there like he's not used much. And it's like, I don't think he cares.
I mean,
Rand,
at the end of the day, I feel like Cody and Randy, like that's a story that books itself.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? This goes back so far, way before Cody left, way before Stardust and everything else. I mean, hell, if you want to bring up the beef, he RKO'd your dad.
it could be on some shit like, hey man, like I never saw the appeal of your dad. Like
You know?
even when I like that's why I RKO'd him. I was like, I never thought your dad was a legend. Like, you know what I mean? Like my dad is better. Like,
Oh,
like that type of deal. And he'll be wrong, but it's like it's a conversation starter. They'd be like,
I mean,
oh,
it's something. Yeah.
like damn, like he ain't pulling no punches. Like he's chilling. But that was a good segment. It's kind of, I would not hope that they pull the trigger immediately. It was an okay promo. I felt like the entire promo was set up to put that out there and for them to show how desperate Seth is. And that's what the character's been. Like he's not even focused on anybody vying for his belt. He's kind of like, yo, I need to win. And
Yep.
that's the beauty of Seth. A lot of people were like, oh, but why is he so? It's like, bro, this is his legacy. And jumping around even on Raw when Paul said, if you lose, I'm gonna have to really give it some thought as to why I chose
Why I left.
over Roman. And it's like, I'm surprised he didn't say you over CM Punk. But this led to the most underwhelming tag team breakup. The Miz don't miss, but I'm happy because the breakup means that Carmelo is gonna move into a face, and he's probably gonna get a push, which
Yeah.
I am all for that. And him coming out, cutting a promo, which you haven't had him do quite some time, but then getting destroyed by the Miz works. But then you have Sami Zayn versus
Alistair.
Black, which a lot of people forgot. They fought for the NXT title
Back in the day.
to go. So you had a reigniting there. And I love the fact that they still are pushing the two hot topic managers versus each other, and Damian Priest versus Aleister Black is like, nah, my store is better than your store. I'm District 4, you're District 5 or whatever. It was a great match. I like that they gave Zayn the win because he doesn't need to be enthralled in this feud. He just needs to get his win and keep it going. But
Mhm.
one of the most interesting things that we saw was Sol Ruka beating what's it called? Was it Alba? That was so. I think they're bringing this NXT duo to SmackDown for good. What is your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm here for it. So is she dropping, you know what I'm saying, her NXT belt? If that's the case, like I like to see call ups.
I
So
but here's the thing. I think with the new schedule of NXT and the lighter schedule all around in the WWE,
mhm.
she doesn't have to abruptly leave her storylines. So she could technically finish out the rest of the year in NXT. And then when she kind of like drops her belt, it could be like, all right, later. Because remember, Roxanne Perez was the champ while she was still working some Raws and SmackDown. And so was Julia. But
So we're having her run double duty damn near.
yeah, I mean, she ran triple duty like a couple
Touche,
months ago.
touche, touche.
She was doing NXT, WWE main roster, and AAA. So, hey, man, I think and I think that it's a good thing. Her finisher is it. It looks like a cheat code the way she accurately hits it. Like
Mhm.
I think as long as she doesn't keep botching that, and I think it's dope. Um, but on another note, which I'm going to call out WWE on bad booking, the fact that they haven't showed the speed title, the men's speed title, and like
Who has it?
I couldn't even tell you. I'm gonna say that I think Andrade had it, and then they just cut it. Like I don't know who it was. I like honestly, I
I think that's the last person I remember having it.
yeah.
You know,
Oh, the current champion is El Grande Americano. He doesn't carry it at all,
no.
and because I don't think he's on NXT. So honestly, if they were a gangster, they would just give it to one of the Americanos tag team members and be like, "Yeah, that's the actual one that won it." like,
I mean,
like, like it'll be funny. And first of all, and you know what? I thought my man Phoenix was in a hole.
mhm.
But good wrestling is good wrestling. They
Oh
put your
no.
boy with Mr. Bouncy, and they're killing it. Javon
No.
Evans also doing double duty. I don't think he's gonna win the NXT title. I don't think he needs to anymore. I think if they're gonna push your boy to the moon on SmackDown and have him get all the wins that he didn't get in NXT there,
Yeah.
I think it'll be dope. What do you think
I
about
mean, I feel like it's possible. I feel like they've done it with other people because who Bianca never won an NXT Women's title. You know what I'm
it? Yep.
saying? Main roster, she done held outside of the two mid card belts that just got brought out every title.
Yep. And first of all, this match was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's very few people that make FedEx look slow, and Javon Evans is one of them. Like, and that suicide dive through the cameraman, that was insane. I don't know if that was planned, but it was amazing.
No, Javon Evans is he's cold, man. Like
And then the
like I
Mexican
was
Muscle
cool
Buster.
if he would have beat Sami Zayn, I would have been cool with it.
I mean, I think that now that they're actually treating the call ups on a different level, which
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of like they're waiting for the right spot instead of like doing some shit like they brought up Champa and he was with the Miz as
Yeah.
his enforce. I think that's better. I think now that they're waiting for the right opportunity, I think honestly, I think going forward after like Royal Rumble, that's when I think we're gonna see actual changes in roster. And you know what? Um, I love Santos Escobar. I thought but let's be real. I don't think the WWE ever saw him as a main eventer And honestly, me as a fan of his, I don't know if I would have wanted him as a main eventer. Like, I think he did what he was going to do. He's 41. They were going to pay him even more money. He wanted to go. And, I hope he does well wherever he ends up. It'll be kind of ironic if he goes to TNA and then he ends up like the TNA world champion or something like that. And he's back on
Come on,
NXT.
Andrade?
No, not Andrade. I'm talking about Santos Escobar.
He left too?
He left yesterday officially.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that.
At midnight, he left. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, he hasn't been used since June.
Damn.
Since what is it? Something Collide. So the last thing he worked was a Triple H show.
Oh, damn.
And it wasn't like they fired him. It was a situation where they kept negotiating. They gave him good money, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good." Because what begs to differ, are people. Is it like, I guess I don't believe in myself in terms of that. Like, I know, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, if I was like an athlete, a D1 athlete,
okay,
like I guess doesn't correlate. But if I've been wrestling, I'll probably be in the mid card for the rest of my life if I was in the WWE, because I would be like, all right, like, I didn't expect this. And then honestly, when I look at somebody like your Cena's, your Cody's, your Roman, like, they got something special that's undeniable. You know what I mean? But then, you got somebody like Andrade, you got somebody like Santos that they bet on themselves. I guess I play the numbers too well. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, you know what I mean?
So you don't think that most people that are in WWE could have some type of like main level run, like on the higher level?
I think, yeah, but it's not sustainable to the point that you are renegotiating contracts and with that in mind. You know what I mean? You got to think about it. This ain't the NBA. Like, this is all scripted entertainment with phenomenal athleticism. But if you can't translate to dollars and cents, the company's not going to trust you to be their top talent.
Well, this is true, but I feel like the only people, like the people that do translate to dollars and cents, have gotten pushed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Roman is amazing now. Roman, when he was getting shoved down our throats.
But Roman does not look like Santos Escobar.
I mean, this is true. Roman, but the average person don't look like Roman. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's undeniable. Cody is the exception. Cody stays in shape. Cody is a WWE guy through and through. Even when he went to the Indies, he had the pedigree. He had the speaking engagement, and he treated every locker room like it was the locker room at WrestleMania. My man pulls up in suits. It doesn't matter if he wrestled in front of 200 people versus 1,000 people. Like, he was professional.
So Kevin Owens.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like, he's always there to kill it.
So what about KO?
But KO has undeniable talent. No matter where you went, they talked about him and Sami Zayn. If you take Escobar out of so
like, I'm not just talking about Escobar. I'm just saying, like, the mid card guys that I think could do a big run. You know what I'm saying? On that level, and could still bring bread in.
Okay, like who? Give an example.
You're not gonna like my examples, bro.
You're gonna say one of the New Days.
Honestly, I would say Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, cold on the mic, athletic, and has been in the industry since he was 17. Okay, he has a physique. He's just not a big guy. You know what I'm saying? But that's someone that I feel like could do something on a bigger scale.
So Roman Reigns, him and somehow, if Xavier Wood wins a tournament, kind of how like Hunter did a couple weeks ago,
okay,
and then faces Seth Rollins one-on-one at a headline pay-per-view, do you think that pay-per-view will sell?
It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell because the New Day is still big.
Okay.
And he's a part of the New Day. So that's going to help on that side. And it's an underdog story. So, yes, it's going to sell. On top of, yes, it's Roman Reigns as well. And he's beat Roman Reigns, so he could do it again because he beat Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns had his undefeated streak. Just no one talks about it because they didn't push that storyline. And then they let Roman, you know what I'm saying, and the Usos jump him and take, you know what I'm saying, the crown and crush it.
Well, I don't know, man. Like I love Xavier. I think yeah, but like you gotta like here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you push Xavier Woods today over Dom today? Only one of them can be champ.
You said would I put Xavier Woods over Dominic Mysterio?
Yep. Only one of them can be champ.
Dominic Mysterio is red hot right now.
Yeah, but it's a red hot. Like think about when this man first came in, and everybody hated him. They didn't hate him because of his character. They were like, "Here we go, Nepo baby," and then he got.
Most people are Nepo babies. Most of the main roster people who are big outside of John Cena, CM Punk, and who else that's like really big right now?
Seth.
And Seth.
Becky.
I'm not even talking about the women's side. Because the women's side, average people can get a push on the women's side.
Okay.
Way more than on the men's side.
Everybody on NXT.
NXT is NXT. You seen what happened on the main roster. Because if that's the case, Sami Zayn, NXT champion, ain't sniffed a title belt, ain't sniffed a main roster title belt under his weight right now.
I think that's going to be the WrestleMania moment of this year. I think Sami Zayn is going to do it. But these are guys that are career guys. Like, dog, I love Santos Escobar and I love Andrade. Like, I'm still am a huge Andrade fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got his T-shirt. I had the NXT belt. All off of his run.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I still got his mask somewhere back there. like that's my guy. But ain't no way in hell that I would push him over Sammy or over Drew. You got to think about that when you're negotiating in good faith for your contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that I am better than these other people that you currently have. And I love both wrestlers to death, but if it's them going or you sacrificing a push over somebody else, nah.
Even Drew McIntyre is another one. Drew McIntyre, when he first came out and he was getting shoved down our throats, Drew McIntyre was trash. Drew McIntyre left and reinvented himself, and then went to NXT because Drew McIntyre was main roster before NXT was a thing.
But the thing is, I think that was the whole thing. His character, they wanted him to be a heel. He wasn't going to be face. And I think the Vince McMahon co-signing him wasn't to be like, oh,
whoever Vince McMahon co-signs, like on a public level, ends up being trash. Outside of the Attitude Era, because the Attitude Era was different. But
I think anybody that he co-signs on the TV show, yes,
it's trash. Because Austin Theory.
Who I think, honestly, I would rather go to that well. Like, here's my thing. Like, yo, it's all fine and dandy if you want to go, but I think we're in a slippery slope that you want not just the money, you also want fame and what you perceive a guaranteed push. Like, I love Andrade, but Andrade, I don't know, man. He's a consummate professional, but he's the only person that I know goes somewhere, says, nah, I'm not feeling this, I should be bigger, and then goes somewhere else and then comes right back with the same thing.
No, I get you on that part.
Like, I think, yo, if you want to do that, sign a 1-year deal. If you're really going to bank on yourself, sign a 1-year deal wherever you go.
No, facts.
If you don't do anything in a year, be like, hey, man, appreciate your time, I'm out. instead of you sitting out contracts and everything. Like the way Santos did it. Santos was there for like damn near since 2018, 19.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw it. You know, he it's kind of like he felt like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I guess his prime is coming up. He's in his prime. He's like, you know what? I bulked up, I trimmed down, I look great. I think I'm at my peak, and I want to make this a legit run. But I think a lot of people assume that the grass is always greener on the other side. You go to AEW, guess what? AEW has 19 guys that look like you, of all different races, creeds, and size.
True.
And you're not going to get used there. Everybody to this day was like, oh, Bobby Lashley is going to win every single title in AEW. They dominate as a tag team. Now they're not tag team champions. This is where people are not saying anything. What happens now?
I mean, true.
Do you want to see Bobby Lashley as a TNT champion?
Depending on the feud.
Or do you want him to be the ROH champ? Like, come on, dog.
But even when he was back in the day, when he left, because I mean, Bobby was a champ in WWE/ECW, you know, from the beginning.
Yeah,
Bobby.
But we're talking about 15 years ago.
I mean, it's true. I'm talking about even now, even within this last WWE run, Bobby is the only 2-time African American WWE champion that we have.
But I understand. But Bobby's in a point that he's hot and ready, baby, like Little Caesar's pizza.
I mean, true. I feel like Bobby can still go.
You can't make that man wait.
I feel like Bobby can still go. Bobby can hold a title with good feuds. Mm-hmm. Bobby can hold a world title. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It might not be everybody's opinion, but that's my opinion. And whatever company he goes to, whether it's AEW or whether he was back here in WWE, because I love Cody to death, but Cody's run is not fun to watch.
But he's the flag bearer.
I mean, he could be. John Cena was the flag bearer. John Cena had some feuds that was trash too.
Yeah, 15 years ago, people didn't want John Cena to be champ, and now all of a sudden, everybody wants him to be champ.
I mean, the only reason I wanted him to be champ is that last run. It was his last run, and I wanted to see him hit 17 to beat out Ric Flair. That was the only thing.
He did it. Mission accomplished.
It's true. But even with John Cena's, that heel run sucked because we didn't get, as fans, what outside of the title run and the 17, we didn't get what we should have got.
Well, I think every company has their missteps. And shit doesn't align. Look at Wardlow. Wardlow came back. The monster's back. My man is hurt again. Bro, something's wrong. Look, I don't know who he prays to, but come on, dog.
Look, I'm surprised CM Punk ain't got hurt.
Bro, don't say that. Don't put that in the air.
Listen, I don't want him to. You know what I'm saying? Knock on wood, all that good stuff. I'm just saying, he's a person that's just like that was getting hurt constantly.
And I don't know what it is, but to go back to my original point, I think I love that Fenix has a new partner. I think having Fenix team with people, I think he's doing good. I think he's happy. He's on national.
You think he will only be on the tag team side the time that he's there?
I think people keep forgetting that just like when you grow your hair out for the first time, you're in that awkward stage where you can't pull it back. and you just gotta
trying to speak to me. Okay, keep talking.
You got just the hanging curls, like, or if somebody pushed back your hairline, or if you have or you have dreads,
not the hairline,
or you have dreads and you're trying to grow the front row or the lower dreads. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be awkward, but you got to do the work. This is the time of year.
Want me to tell you how you fix it?
Oh, wait, hold on. You can't.
I'll tell you how you fix it, and it'll apply in WWE as well. I got you. Let me know when you're ready.
It's like we're in the lull from August through January, where you can't have serious feuds, and you are ramping up for Mania season. Now, if this continues from January through April, then yeah. But it's like this is the time where people start throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. That's why I'm like, even this feud with Jey Uso, they're trying something. Now, if they would have came out and then it would have been like day one down to, and then they would have just gone after the tag belts, and then Jay's all happy and that, people would have been like, huh? Like, I thought he was main event Oos. Then people would have been like, oh, they pulled the New Day on them. He wins the big one and goes right back to the tag team scene.
But that's what they do.
Like, but they haven't done it since the New Day. They're trying new things.
Thank God.
Like, you know, they tried something new. Like, they're trying to make sure that they juggle all their stars. If this was AEW, and people are going to probably be hating on the comments, if this was AEW, they would have had CM Punk and LA Knight go after, like, the IC belt and ignore the heavyweight title, all because they want to make sure one person does it. Or they would have had a multi-man, a six-way match for the belt, and then everybody would have lost, and then next week somebody else would have came out and been like, I'm challenging you today. No follow-up or anything. But WWE has done well in terms of like, hey, I did not forget about this. You know, CM Punk comes back. He's like, all right, AJ's at home for the next couple of weeks, I assume, and then she's going to come back at a certain point. Mm-hmm. But right now, I'm focused on this belt. And then LA Knight is like, so am I. And so is Jay. Like, you know what I mean? You're creating something here that they're trying to see what's worked. At some point, they're probably auditioning to who's going to be the next feud. Like, you know what? I love LA Knight, but I don't think LA Knight versus Seth is a few people care about. Now, if it's a situation where they book a multi-man match and he walks away with the belt on some like miscommunication by somebody, and he takes opportunity and then he branches off to like feud with somebody like Jay or something, that's cool. But I don't want to see LA Knight versus Seth. It doesn't translate. Like it's like every week with him. One day he's Stone Cold, one day he's The Rock.
I mean, look, I've been saying that shit since he like hit the scene.
I know
as he came back.
I know that's LA Knight. I know that's his thing. I know that's his thing, but it's like, it's like my man from My Hero. It's like, man, you got to find a blend of both characters. You can't just be leaning on one week and the next week that one.
Oh, you don't want him to be Deku?
No. No, he needs to be more like what is it? Not Rocky. The dude that has the fire in the ice. He needs to find a perfect balance, my guy.
Okay. Look, he don't like to use that fire side like that, you know? He more his ice side like his mama. He's soft.
Hey, but going back, that was we had the Bronze versus RKO and Cody. It was a good finish. Mm-hmm. Ron is getting them wins. It's getting them wins, and I like that they're keeping the storyline good in terms of freshness. Like Braun and Bronson Reed are being protected. A lot of people don't realize that. They're beating a lot of big names. Mm-hmm. And that it's just tag. I was just like, I think the power of individuals that team together is better. Like they've done if you jump over to Raw, their main event, the Usos lost, but they set it up where it's like the Usos are not on the same page.
Yeah.
So you get it. Their cohesiveness is not there.
Yeah, they ain't clicking.
And then I think this is by design because I don't think this is a Uso reunion. I think Jimmy's just a catalyst to help elevate Jay. I don't think they're going to turn on each other. I think at the end of all this, Jimmy's going to buy in.
You think so?
I think so. Because the Uso turn is going to, I think Jimmy's going to buy in, and then I can honestly see a revamped Yeet Club or something, whatever you want to call it, where Roman being the OG, that is kind of like, I'm not here every day, but you the man.
So you bring it back to the family?
Yeah. and Jimmy being the right hand man to the to the man. Like, you know what I mean? Like Roman, we already know he's on a every couple months cycle. He'll come and do feuds. You know what I mean? And when it comes to the main event, if they need him to slide in for a title, it's not going to be for the heavyweight championship. Or if it is, it's going to be on some friendly shit, on some like, hey, and I would not even bat an eye if let's say Jay regains the belt and he's on his tribal chief shit, and then he gets one win over Roman in a great spot. That'll help him way more than it'll hurt Roman.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's like so many other things, because you know what I mean? Like, people are focusing on how much money, but it's not even money at this point, or how much, championships, as they say. It's about the legacy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what I mean? He already got the championships. I think he's gonna be slotting in as a vet, kind of a la Orton / Cody, and they can survive on that level because they're like, all right, we good. Like, you know what I mean? We don't need to do this. I think Cody's more of an everyday guy, but they're on that top tier where it's like when Stone Cold and The Rock were, where it's kind of like, The Rock was not after the WWF title all the time. He was feuding, but he was kind of like, always in the mix. And I think him focusing on somebody like Bronson Reed really elevates Bronson, and nobody bats an eye if Roman gets a dub. I don't think he's going to get the dub because it's a street fight. I think somebody's going to debut and they're going to whip his ass.
Think so?
Or it's going to be an interference. I don't think it's going to be a clean victory. I think he already got his lick back in Paris.
With the shoes?
Yeah. He won the match.
Yeah.
The beatdown is just more to set up, this match that we're getting. I think they're stacking the cards. But yeah, or even if they don't lead to this, like I think they're purposely not making the Usos click on purpose, which leads us to Raw. And the opening, which notice that these guys are selling the main event division without Seth even being a part of this conversation at this point.
Yeah.
And then, him being there by proxy by having the Bronze is dope. Like, and then you have these, and it's kind of giving me more like an extreme version of Attitude Era, where none of these all three faces, but all of them are gray in terms of like, they're like, yeah, I'm a good guy, but I'm here for selfish reasons. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they make sense. What do you think about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like gone are the days of like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you're the champ and I want to beat you, but I'm gonna still help you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna cheat. Like, I'm not gonna use this chair. I'm not. It's like, hey man, we're here. We're all here for the same thing.
I feel like we're getting more of not the traditional hero. We're getting more of those anti-heroes by, you know what I'm saying, get it done by any means necessary type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here for it. I like it. So,
and it's like people are like, oh my God, why are they doing this to Jey Uso? Why are they doing? But CM Punk did other shit. CM Punk he might not physically done anything to hit somebody, but he said some foul shit. How you gonna tell that man to go back to the tag team division? It's like he little brothered him.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, like and then LA Knight got the nerve to say something. I'm like, man, you haven't even won a belt. Like, why are you even here? Like, who called you, dog?
Look, they trying to still make him red hot. I feel like his time sizzled out. But also, who would you have had him take the belt from? Because it damn sure wouldn't have been Roman if y'all gave it to him when he was hot. He should have held it for a little bit.
I think him out of all these people, I think he's gonna be the one that actually turned heel. Fully.
LA?
Yeah. I see him turning heel, and like there'll be a situation where somebody, either CM Punk or Jay, wins the belt back, and he comes out and lays him out. And it's not like hell. Yeah, he's like, no, I'm tired of this shit. Like I'm gonna get, and I can see it
What I
if
see
they,
that if
if
they do that, it'll be a good look for him.
yeah, because that's what they need. They have CM Punk, like he's basically CM Punk and kind of Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
Like got the catchphrase and is good on the mic.
Yeah.
They already got those. You know what I mean? Like I could see him chasing, but I don't think he's gonna turn it. I don't just like how I said that heel Sammy was never gonna win the belt. I don't think a face LA Knight will win the belt.
You think just going off of that, you think a face Sammy will win the belt?
Yeah, I think face Sammy will win the belt at WrestleMania. I think
Hmm.
he will
This year? This
yeah,
coming up here?
I
You
think
think he get it before Punk? Before Punk get his WrestleMania title?
I don't think Punk cares about a WrestleMania title moment. I think Punk just wants to win the belt. And I think between in the next 3-4 months, Punk is getting that belt back.
Hmm.
And I think he's going to hold it. And I think a Punk champion opens up a lot more doors. Like,
Okay.
like I think Punk Jey Uso is a feud that the streets want and need.
I mean, with the way that the beef with them two are going, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and I
I
think
can
the
see that.
catalyst to that is going to be Jim, back there like, hey man, hey Us, this is not what we do. And then the crowd be like, oh man, like what is Jimmy gonna do? And then at the end of the day, it's not gonna be a Kyrie turn. It's gonna be like, nah, I've always been with my brother. What you think this is, Us? This is
Hmm.
fam.
I was
Like,
like, we might fight, but
yeah, like this is family. Like you ain't never gonna be my like. You thought I was gonna be on your side? It's like, nah, we
I
bring
can see
this
that.
back home, which
I can
is
see that.
which is one of those things that I think honestly works out. So I don't know. I also going into Raw. I do love that Roman kicked off the show. I love that they immediately were like, "Here's another match for you."
Hmm.
So people are not going to be like, "Why is it not on the show?" I like that they kind of didn't really tease the whole Jay thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I think they're going to do a slow burn on that, and it gave us a great match afterwards that I honestly did not even know we wanted. I want Team Give Maxine that belt, dog.
Bro, listen, cause she working, man.
How you
She
work?
is working. I saw a picture. It had her picture and she faded into Bret Hart. It faded into a picture of Bret Hart. I was like, hey, I need it. I need this run. I'm here for this run. I'll go buy that belt if she win.
I'm with it.
Just cause look, I like seeing new faces, and Maxine, she's gotten better, especially with working with Natty. You know what I'm saying? She has gotten way better.
Yeah.
And hell, why not? Let Becky put over somebody, you know what I'm saying, younger, somebody that's trying to get better.
Yeah.
And where the hell is Otis? God damn it.
He's in Mexico. But we had a couple good things like, this like I tell people, man, these stories be cooking. Like now we have that slow burn with Valkyrie, Lyra, and the Judgment Day. They're putting
Mm-hmm.
um they're putting on a clinic, and I think that's really dope.
How do you like this? How do
They
you like this? Whatchamacallit? This Bailey little back and forth situation.
um I think I'm all for it. I think they have a slippery slope, and and I honestly think that they're gonna pull it off.
Because do you like a heel Bailey or do you like a babyface Bailey?
I think I like this Bailey. I think if they do it and they don't make it like, oh, she's crazy. I think this is a very nuanced character.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if pulled off correctly, it could give us a great feud.
It's given AJ Lee. It's given the AJ Lee of yesteryear. You know what I'm saying? Before therapy and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because she pulled out the AJ Lee shirt, you know, back in the day. And yeah, she's having that back and forth between two sides of Bailey, the hugger and the role model. Because the role model was the heel Bailey. So
Mm-hmm.
so I like it. I want to see where it goes. I think I like a Hill Bailey more than I like. If I had to choose, I choose Hill Bailey over Babyface Bailey because Hill Bailey was getting shit done. Hill Bailey was double champs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I like this, and I like the fact that at the end she was like, "We have unfinished business," and I think maybe once she gets that Lyra victory, they she'll go normal wise. You know, she'll go to like from unstable to like something better. And also, this is what people don't understand about having these three guys in the feud, uh, which brings us to our next segment. Was Roman Reigns is kind of like uh, he caught up with the Usos and was like, "Hey man, I got this. I don't need your help with old boy. Y'all focus on what you focus on." And I liked it. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where he's still in the feud, but he's not in the feud.
yeah,
You know, and then he kind of checked Jimmy. He was like, "Hey man, I see everything. I hear everything. What's up?" Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you're not making Roman seem dumb. Like, how is Jimmy gonna be talking about him backstage, and then he gonna be like, "Oh man, we cool." But I like it, and I also like the CM Punk promo.
yeah,
And it's one of those things that it provides everybody showcasing the best part of their talent. And the way it ended was good, which is kind of like like I said, is lending um it's lending to everything in terms of having uh like Jimmy cement what I think is going to be. I think he's going to have his brother's back. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's where it is going to go, especially when he super kicked what's it called, Punk.
yeah.
He's like, "Hey man," he's like, "I'm all cool with the squabble, but you keep forgetting, dog. You keep forgetting, like, you know." Like,
No, like I think you said earlier, like he's always gonna have his brother's back. Period. Like that's blood thicker than water. You know what I'm saying? At least most times. So if they ain't beefing, you know, kind of like how they was, you know, last year, then it's always gonna be family over everything.
yeah, and I also loved a little bit with the Irie, the Kyrie and the Io Sky match. It's amazing. Like,
Oh yeah.
they're dope. They're like really dope, and like I honestly can see um them having probably one of the low key best matches.
This weekend.
Yep. Yep.
Now with that, do you think EO stays on the good side or you think she comes over because that's her family?
No, no. I thought until this week that was a possibility. I don't think it is anymore. What do you think?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing like them terrorize because after this, if she does it, do y'all just keep them three keep bumping heads and Kyrie be in the middle of like I want to bring her back, but I'm still with Asuka. Like,
I think honestly, this comes down to Asuka winning the belt and Io and Asuka feuding for the belt.
having their little moment.
Yep.
I mean, look, outside of not knowing what Asuka be saying and be thinking that she be like, I speak good Japanese and I'm Japanese, and that's what she be saying when they be speaking they native language. I'm here for it. Asuka as champion. Asuka as a heel, yelling at people and using the miss. I think it's fun. So we'll see. Until Naomi gets back.
Man, and like speaking of which, of cooking backstage segment, the Bloodline Boys are still on top. That shit was cinema. Segment between the Usos and Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
The after the promo when he said, "I'm not like you, Jay's nothing like you." He was basically calling out Roman Reigns, and then Jay got mad because he was like, "Yo, are you protecting Punk?" And then he stormed off, and then he basically said, and then Reigns said that when your
Once
brother
he won the belt,
he became more like
me,
and less like he's like sometimes I just love that Roman is like, "Hey man, real recognize real. You're looking real unfamiliar right now, Jimmy." Like, hey.
Now tell me this. Do you think Jimmy ever gets any type of solo push, even if it's not a main event one?
I think after this whole story wraps up, I could definitely see him being an IC champ.
Because I'm like,
I don't know if I see him being a world champ unless it's like he's feuding with his brother.
I mean, why not? I mean, they did the Hardys that way back in the day.
Yeah, but Matt never won the world title off his younger brother.
He never won it off his younger brother. I feel like Jimmy don't need to win it off his brother. But
Matt was never a world title holder outside.
Matt was. I mean, ECW was still part of the company.
I mean, in that case, what you want Jimmy to win the AAA belt or the NXT belt?
I mean, I figure he meant one of the main two titles. Nah. Depending on which one, you know what I'm saying, which one his brother has. Like, they don't have to have it at the same time.
I don't think the brothers are gonna both be champions. I think it's gonna be.
That's what I said, at the same time.
No. I don't. Not even that. I think one is meant to be Bret Hart and one is meant to be Owen. Dog.
Owen died.
I know, but Owen was never gonna win the world title. No matter how
you think he fights for it? You think he ever fights for it?
Of course, he's gonna get that brief main event push, just like Owen did with his brother.
Okay,
and then mid card tag team, like he has, like bro, not everybody has to be world champ.
I mean, there's some people that as a fan you want to see, and there's some people as a fan that you don't care if they ever win it.
I don't think anybody's out there. Are you jumping out the window to make Jimmy a champ?
I mean, I feel like Jimmy was supposed to get the push before Jay anyway.
I think they were
both like Jimmy talked way more than Jay, even in their tag team. Jimmy was the talker. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, when the light, bro, so is Skype.
But we talking about Jimmy.
So Skype was there. Pandemic came through. It was like, yo, this is our time. And Zoom came in and said, "Excuse me, dog."
I'm just saying. I mean, if he didn't get injured, I feel like it could have definitely been the other way around. You know, injuries fuck up a lot of shit. But I wouldn't. It's not something that I would not be opposed to seeing. I'm not like, oh, we need it right now. You know what I'm saying? But if he won, even if it's on some, he won and then lost it, or he won and then got cashed in on, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
I can't see it. I would rather see Sammy before that.
Sammy had title shots after title shots after title shots after title shots after title shots.
Jimmy fought Roman as well, didn't he?
No.
1-on-1? Are you
No.
sure?
For a belt? No.
Yeah.
No. Because Jimmy's always been, until that last little bit, Jimmy was always down with Roman.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And
Like Sammy had so many title shots and lost. Like, goddamn.
so, what do you think about main event and the Usos losing? I maintain that it's by design because you already know that the Usos are not.
Like you said, they're not on the same page.
Yeah,
They're not running on all cylinders right now.
yeah,
This is not the Usos. This is Jimmy and Jay.
yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
So that's why.
not even on the same plane in terms of the songs.
Look,
Like,
I'm trying to figure out
literally,
what took them so long to come out.
huh?
I'm trying to see what took them so long to come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? His song was playing for a while.
Yeah, you never know.
So, I mean, I'm cool with them losing. That's okay. I thought at the end when they left, I thought he was gonna go grab the chair and pull a Roman.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't know. Who knows? I think you could go either way. At first, I wasn't for this. I just don't see. I think in the era of anti-hero, I don't see Jey Uso losing the song or changing up or trying to be. I see him. They're trying to well-round his character at this point. That's what I see. You know, what do you see?
I mean,
Overall, Raw had a great show, and so did SmackDown.
yeah,
So I think they're
we had some good wrestling this past week.
yeah.
Like all in all, like even with NXT was good. I'm excited for tonight, to be real, man.
So, bro.
Like
So, not Invasion. What is it called now?
I have no clue.
I
I just know it's NXT versus TNA.
yeah, yep. I definitely see that. Um, I just hope everything goes well. I'm looking forward to that. So we basically talked about all the wrestling. Um, we're excited for NXT. Last week they set up all their teams that are facing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what is it, Kalani Jordan? I found that she's still employed by WWE, but she's leading the women's in NXT against NXT. Hey, do you, boo? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell. Just do you. But you know, we have a lot of wrestling this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We have the main show. First of all, we have Tuesday today. We have the NXT, and then we have SmackDown, and then we have an 8 a.m. pay per view because it's hailing from Australia live, and we
From my
have
8 a.m. It's 6 a.m. for your boy.
yeah, and we have an 8 a.m. Raw start time, which is again 6 a.m. for you next week. I am excited. I hope to watch it live. If not, I'll be um, trying to avoid spoilers because everybody spoils everything nowadays.
Oh yeah, man, dude, I'd be having to not open any type of social media. I can't look at the group chat. Like, I gotta be on lockdown mode. So, but
Well, but yeah,
oh, how do you feel about that NXT title change?
which one?
The NXT World Title.
Oh, I think Ricky. We talked about this. I think Ricky was a perfect choice.
Already?
Yeah, I think it was going to happen regardless.
Or you think because because would you have done this if this was main roster, or
Uh,
would he have had to been here longer?
well, NXT, like I think Obafemi was going to stay there until they brought somebody else in, and I think he's going main roster. I can see him popping up this weekend. helping somebody. Hey, you never know. You never know. I'm excited. I think Ricky Saints, Trick, and Javon and Miles versus Team TNA, which is Mike Moose, Leon Slater, Frankie Kazarian, which is hilarious to me. With special guest Joe Henry, which means Joe Henry's just gonna.
He's just gonna be there. That's crazy.
No, he's gonna. I think he's gonna turn on TNA. That's what
You
I
think
think.
so?
100%. And
Hmm.
I think maybe Jordan Grace helps TNA, or but we got the Hardy Boys again tonight, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope. NXT winner take all. What if the Hardys walk away with the belts, dog? Double champ.
I'm here for it. We love the hardest.
Yeah.
So
I'm upset that we did not get a Matt Cardona match. But hey, I let's see. But once again, guys, this has been another action-packed, rambling episode
just a little bit, little ramble.
Of Bumps and Bruises podcast. It's your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid, joined always by Derek, aka Bama 1392.
Yes, sir.
We hope to see you next week as we try to recap as best as we can the wrestling week. And it's going to be packed.
Yes, sir. It is.
Next time, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.